North Carolina Interim Chancellor Lee Roberts publicly backed athletics director Bubba Cunningham on Thursday, 3 days after the school's Board of Trustees approved an audit of the athletics department due to financial concerns growing amid the volatile landscape of college sports. Roberts also said the athletics department has been audited 10 times in the past 5 years, as well as annually by the NCAA. "I would just add that our athletic director is one of the most senior, well-respected, admired athletic directors in the country," Roberts told reporters in Chapel Hill after a trustees meeting. "He has broad respect from his peers, and we don't have a more capable, more experienced, more talented senior administrator here at Carolina." Roberts' comments come after this week's trustees meetings, continuing a recent trend of UNC trustees becoming more vocal on athletics issues, and the Atlantic Coast Conference holding its annual spring meetings in Florida. Both highlighted the tensions brewing nationally amid schools jumping from league to league in search of more money and the pressures to avoid falling further behind financially. In the UNC case, it even included an area lawyer filing a court complaint against UNC's trustees for violating the state's open meetings laws, and that ultimately led the judge to grant a temporary restraining order Thursday against trustees from going into closed session to discuss athletics revenues or conference affiliation. In the ACC, where UNC is a charter member, Florida State and Clemson are engaged in a legal fight to leave the conference and explore lucrative moves elsewhere. But league schools have signed a grant of rights agreement that binds their TV rights with the league through 2036, with an attempt to leave potentially costing hundreds of millions of dollars as a deterrent. Those pressures have increased as the revenue gap grows between the Big Ten and Southeastern Conference and everyone else, putting the ACC's long-term future in question. UNC is considered to be a top target of any league if the Tar Heels opted eventually to change conferences with a national brand that includes one of the nation's most tradition-rich men's basketball programs, as well as its location in a market where neither the Big Ten nor SEC have a member school. "There's a lot up in the air," Roberts said Thursday. "And my job and the athletic director's job and the job of everyone in a leadership position here is to make sure that when the dust settles, Carolina is better off." Roberts' comments came after trustees approved the audit Monday. Trustee Jennifer Halsey Evans said a preliminary budget proposal included a $17 million deficit for the 2024-25 academic year and $100 million in cumulative debts ahead. "There are real issues here. A real concern that one of our most valuable assets and something that really generates revenue is not being managed properly," she said in the meeting.